Welcome to Utatane Music Academy. I'm your guitar instructor, Wataru Suzuki. Today, we are doing chord lesson part 3. We are finally going to add a single note to our power chords to create major chords. If you haven't seen the previous video yet, it might be easier to follow along if you watch chord part 2 on power chords first. In today's video, you will learn 6th-string root and 5th-string root major chords. I will also introduce some effective ways to practice so that you can master and control these chords as quickly as possible. So please watch until the very end. This channel features a variety of videos centered around guitar practice techniques. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would also appreciate it if you could leave a like or comment. First, let's start with the 6th-string root. Try playing an A power chord on the 6th string. Do you know where A is? That's right. It's on the 5th fret of the 6th string. Let's press down the power chord with your index finger on the 5th fret of the 6th string. When you do this, instead of using the very tip of your index finger, try to press down with the flat pad of your finger. This should naturally flatten your index finger straight across. Now enter the middle finger. Try pressing down the 6th fret of the 3rd string with your middle finger. Then, use your extended index finger to hold down the 1st and 2nd strings at that same 5th fret. This shape is a major chord. If this is your first time trying this shape, you're probably finding it incredibly difficult. Using one finger to press down multiple strings is called barre. This barre technique is actually super tough, so I'm planning to make a whole separate video just for it. But for now, let me share a few quick tips to help you out. Press with the thumb side edge of your index finger. While pressing with the flat inside of your finger is totally fine, doing so can restrict the range of motion for your other fingers, making it harder to stand them up properly. Also, if your index finger bends, it gets tough to clean press the middle strings. The side of your finger stays straight even when bent, making it easier to get a clean sound. Experiment with your thumb position. Where you place your thumb completely changes how easy it is to press. It usually sits right behind your middle finger, but if you are struggling, try shifting your thumb around to find your sweet spot. Make sure your guitar isn't tilted upward. In the beginning, you naturally want to see the fretboard, so the guitar tends to tilt back toward you. When that happens, your left wrist twists awkwardly, almost like it's locked in a submission hold. This can actually injure your wrist, so make sure guitar stays upright. If your wrist hurts, take that as a warning sign.
Warning.
Arch your fingers so your pinky doesn't touch the 3rd string. The crucial note in this chord is on the 3rd string. If this note doesn't ring out, it just becomes a regular power chord. So check if your 3rd string is sounding clearly. If it's muted, there's a high chance your pinky is accidentally touching it. Make sure to arch your pinky to keep it clear of the 3rd string. Getting this chord to sound perfectly clean can take months, even with daily practice. Don't rush it. Just take it step by step. Now let's practice changing chords. Just like we did with the power chords, let's practice pressing all the strings down at the exact same time. First, form the A major shape. Once you have it, Lift your fingers slightly and everyone land together! The key here is all fingers at once, not one by one. At first, your fingers will wander to strange places. But each time, just guide them like, hey, you belong on this string! And let your muscle memory take over. Once you get used to that, it's time to practice without looking. First, look and press. Then, look away at the wall, lift your fingers slightly, and land. Give it a strum. If it sounds funky, look back down and fix it, and try again. Just repeat this process relentlessly. When you are ready, let's finally try changing chords. Jump from A and land on G. Jump from G and land on A. Now jump and land on B. Jump and land on F. Keep practicing like this over and over. How's it going? This is massive hurdle. You could call it the first major boss battle of learning the guitar. Next up is the 5th string root. First, try playing a D power chord on the 5th string. Do you know where that is? Yes! Your index finger goes on the 5th fret of the 3rd string and ring pinky on the 7th fret. Now we are going to add the note on the 7th fret of the 2nd string to this power chord. Wait, how on earth do I press that? I bet that's what you're thinking right now. To press these 3 lined up vertically on the 7th fret, you actually need to use a little trick. Everyone does it a bit differently, so let me show you a few common ways to handle it. The double-jointed ring finger. Some people have a ring finger where the first joint naturally bends backward. If you are one of these people, you're in luck. Don't hesitate to use that flexibility to flatten your ring finger and bar all 3 strings at once. Your index finger will flatten to press the 5th string with the pad, and the base of that same index finger will catch the 1st string at the 5th fret. To prevent the 6th string from ringing out, just lightly mute it with the very tip of your index finger. What if your finger doesn't bend backward? Don't worry if your finger doesn't do that. I've met plenty of professional guitarists whose fingers don't bend backward either. Here are a few ways to press it if your fingers aren't double-jointed. The bar with ring finger and abandon the 1st string style. You just accept that the 1st string isn't going to ring out. And you purposefully mute it. Honestly, playing it this way rarely causes any issues in a real song. Most players just switch up their grip only when they absolutely need that 1st string to ring. Just one warning. If your ring finger accidentally makes the 7th fret of the 1st string ring out, it turns into a completely different chord. Depending on the song, that note can really get in the way. So make sure the 1st string stays muted. The 1 finger per string style. If you want the cleanest sound, placing each finger on its own string is actually your best bet. You start by forming the power chord with your index, middle, and ring fingers. And then tuck your pinky underneath them onto the 2nd string. Because it can be hard to separate your index and middle fingers, try angling your hand slightly and pressing with the thumb side edge of your index finger to make it easier. The sneaky pinky support style. This is a bit of an unusual way to hold it, but it's a pattern where you press the 4th and 3rd strings with your ring finger and use your pinky to catch the 2nd strings that you can't reach. It takes a bit of a trick to press everything down firmly, but this way works perfectly fine too. The double-jointed pinky style. Some people find it much easier to bend their pinky backward to bar those 3 strings together, while it makes transitioning to other chords slightly less efficient once you get used to it. This style works great too. Ultimately, as long as you can snap into the shape and the notes ring out, anyway it's fine. That said, the ring finger bar style is by far the most popular. It allows you to easily transition from 6-string root major chord just by flattening your finger, and it makes moving to other chords down the road a lot easier. That's why most people choose to practice this way. But everyone's hand shape and size are different, so find the grip that works best for you. Once you settle on your grip, it's time to practice pressing it. Using the exact same method as the 6-string root, let's do the all-finger jump exercise. First, jump and land right in place, then strum. If it sounds off, fix your fingers and try again. Once you get the hang of it, try doing it without looking. And once you've mastered that, try jumping to other chords and landing. Keep practicing just like that. How did it go? Did you get the hang of the 6th-string root and the 5th-string root major chords? I put together a practice backing track in a separate video, so when you are ready to grind, go ahead and use that to practice your heart out. That's all for today. See you in the next video.